Alrighty, what's up my little tater tots and cream puffs? Angel X Girl 97 here, and today we're gonna be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Now I wanna be a fair warning. This game, as it says right here, is not suitable for children and for those who are easily disturbed. Now there is gonna be a lot of, from what I heard, gruesome experiences or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, basically, this is a game about you joining a literature club that is full of girls. So without further ado, let's get started. Individuals suffering from anxiety and depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit this website right here. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years old of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. So yes, you know, this has like highly disturbing content like it says. So yeah, this is like a little, what they call it, a little claimer or so. Alrighty, let me set this up real quick so we can get started. There we go. Alright, I agree. Now I've actually heard there has been like mods for this game too, so I may try that out as well in the future. Doki Doki! Wait, let's put this aside. Oh, please don't fall. Okay. Alright, settings, load, new game. It's been a while, like, since I played this game, so I wish I could remember how it went. Alright, we'll just go by my little nickname, Angel. You know, short for Angel X Girl 97. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me. From the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor, and a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you would never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and I go out in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again! But I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Angel. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Angel, have you decided on the club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations, where I just merely go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average, while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I would die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Oh my god, I have the worst voice impressions ever. Or the worst voice acting. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayuri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I would catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayuri. Yes? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie? Sayuri is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a lost sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Honestly, I would have sold my soul for a cupcake too. Especially if it's a chocolate cupcake. With like white frosting and Oreo sprinkles on top. I dejectedly follow Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure to meeting you. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Seriously? Who brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Angel! What a nice surprise! Welcome to the club. Blink, blink. All words escape me in this situation. This club. It's full of incredibly cute girls? What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Gomenasai. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you've already met Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Angel. Monica smiles sweetly. Evil! Evil smile! Ah, hi Charles! Welcome to the live stream, Charles. Today we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so grandly feels a little... You too, Monica. Yeah, so far, I'm loving this game a lot. Like, so far, so good. Like, I have seen like a few clips of this game before, so I'm curious to know what's gonna happen. Come sit down, Angel. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Ooh, that sounds good. So cute! Kawaii! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? I made them for you or anything. Baka. Yeah? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you. But not for you know, you. Dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get imitated. Yuri's just trying to help impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You probably could be board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budgets and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then, I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Angel, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad face. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that fill deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a fortunate world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't put it down. So horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes darted over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give it back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems... Everything you do is just as cute as you! Sayori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulder. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki's averted her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing the level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your own heart. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aww, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit there silent for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri looks quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it would help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Angel? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I brutally come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at and I lose my train of thought. Oh shoot, look at their faces! All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Angel... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-head decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! He really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Angel, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star with my metaphoric writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up the food. Hey Angel, since we're already here, do you want me to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Alright guys, I'll be white? White? Yes, white. I will be right back. My throat's a little dry, so I'm gonna get some water. Don't go anywhere guys, I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I have returned. Sorry for the wait. How far of the story has she played? Oh, hey! Welcome, Terrible Editor. Welcome to the live stream. I just recently started, maybe like 10 minutes ago or so I didn't get that far into the story yet. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wandered back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with the writing a poem tonight. Alright guys, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Alright, so based on the words that I choose determines what kind of story I'm going to get. So like for example, the more words I get for Sayori, I might end up having a little story with Sayori. If I picked words that mostly Natsuki liked, I might end up with a little story from Natsuki, you know, and then Yuri and so on and so on. So, I'm gonna try to pick words that maybe Natsuki might like. Actually, no, what kind would you like? You know what? I'm just gonna go with words that I like and see what happens. So, let's see. Ribbon might be Sayori, so friends, fickle, joy, hopeless, infernal. Okay, that's Natsuki. Lollipop, anime, heart, milk, destined, free, universe, heaven sent, kitty, pink, holiday, parfait, introvert, counseling, imagination, Valentine, sparkle. What else would Natsuki like? Dance? Nope. Rainbow? Pout, giggle, bubbles? Okay, one more. Party, sweet. Alright, it was either between Natsuki and Natsuki. So let's see what kind of poem I wrote. Hi again, Angel. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Angel. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into a literature club when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if your plan is to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, she really does? I want to see it. Natsuki finds herself struck between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature club. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Angel always gives it his his. Okay, I'm a guy. Angel always gives it his best, as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking me. Like cooking, cleaning my room. What am I, your maid? How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy. It's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Oh my god, that's scary. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Come on. Oh, come on. You and Angel can become good friends too. Sayori? Hmm? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayuri made it like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gestures from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Who do you think you're most likely to be out? Who do you mostly think? I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to decide at this moment. If I had to pick though, it would probably be Natsuki. I mean, because we both love anime, we both love to read manga, and heck, I would definitely keep a manga collection in the closet. As long as I keep it safe from other students, of course. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in a corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book, but I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Hug! I hear Natsuki utter an I can't read. Exuberiate sigh within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Ah. Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kinda written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? What, do I really have the word manga on my forehead? Oh wait, you know what? I probably have the word otaku just stamped on my forehead. Exposing myself. I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pulled it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ha! Much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Perfect Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Angel. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Perfect Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hand. Oh, I wish I could do that for my normie friends. Also, I wonder what a Perfect Girl story would be like. That sounds like a very interesting title. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated, feminine poses. It's exceedingly mooi. Don't just stand there. What? What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Oh, we got out of the closet. Very naughty. Anyway, she then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs won't work. We can't read at the same time like this. Eh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish reading the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typically slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of beginnings is about simple things, like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Alright, I'm coming. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a minute. Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back, lickety-split. Alrighty everyone, I have returned. Alright, so where were we? Yes. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, it gets all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it good. There's so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well... Natsuki pauses for a moment, and as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah, Why does it matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. Dummy. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Definitely not a coincidence. I mean, heck, I can totally understand. I mean, when I first watched Yuri on Ice, I had this sudden urge to like go ice skating. Or when I watched this one anime, what's it called? How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift? I suddenly had this urgent influence to just like do exercise and stuff. But I don't know, entertaining animes like that make me want to get up and do something. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Since all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Oh, and you know what? I definitely see. But yeah, oh god. Well, duh. I mean, I too like baking as well. Oh, and you know what, terrible editor? It was also, you know what? Just like Natsuki, I also made you and Gary some cupcakes too. So yeah, I am a lot like her. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Ooh, this is pretty. Oh my god, she looks like she could be in elementary school with that kind of cute face. We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Sheesh. Sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I know, right? It just drives me crazy when people say anime cartoon. Like, I'll be hanging out with some people, pointing out an anime character, and they'll say like, oh, you mean from that cartoon show? It's an anime! God damn it, I know in Japan, you know, it's like a Japanese cartoon, but us otakus, we call it anime. Don't be calling it cartoons in front of us. At least to especially the serious people. I can't... Oh, I also want to apologize for my terrible voice impressions. Like, it really takes a lot out of my voice. I can't even bring it up with them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. Amen, bro. Amen. I say amen to you for that. Hey, I'm lucky that I met my friends that I still talk to this very day. And, you know, me being into anime, it makes me really happy to know that most of my online friends are into anime as much as me. In fact, I don't even know if I would have had still be into anime if it wasn't for them. Like, I got into like My Hero Academia and other animes because of them. Just coming in to say hi and keep on being amazing. Sorry I can't say. Aw. Oh, hey, Itaku. Aw, thank you so much for your sweet comment. That means a lot to me. But yeah, no worries if you can't stay along. Don't worry about it. I'm always happy to hear from you. And keep up on your good work with the edits as well. Oh, and by the way guys, fun fact, did you know my first anime that I got into, that I discovered was Yu-Gi-Oh? Like in the past, I have seen like a few episodes of like Naruto and Yu-Gi-Oh, but I wasn't really into it as I was now. Not until I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Side Dimension is when I really started to get into the whole anime. And it was really insane too, because the next day after I finished the complete game, I went to Walmart and it was as if the anime god wanted me to be into anime. Because in the movie section, there was like literally Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 1 Part 1. I got that, rushed home, watched it, and then it's like ever since then, I wanted to get more information about the characters, especially Seto Kaiba. Like I literally was a noob and went on Wikipedia just so I can find more information about Kaiba, like especially specifically him. And then I started to get into the card game, and then I went to YouTube, discovered the bridges, which wasn't really into it as I am much now. And then it finally came to high school when I finally discovered manga. And I almost didn't too, because I just happened to walk into the high school library and I picked up the Inuyasha Volume 20, I'm not really sure why, maybe because of the cover or something. I started reading it, and that's when I discovered the world of manga, and it just went on from there, I started to watch more animes, I went on my dad's computer to watch more, and that's when I even started to discover AMVs, shippings, and just went on from there. And that's how I also met all of my online friends too. Like, Maku Worth Girl, and, Dark Neko Girl, just a few example of friends. Anyway, let's continue. I'm getting off track here. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Oh god, I know what my stepmom would do if she found mine. At least it's safe here in the club room. Trip Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Sheesh, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. Is that the only Remiko Takahashi manga review? No, I've actually read some other mangas too. I say Inuyasha because right now, that's the only name title I can remember. There is one that she made, like Gospel Punch or something. There's also one she made about some... Oh wait, no! There's also Rama 1.5 that I've read and watched the anime. I've also read one about some pervert boy and some alien girl. Like some alien girl wearing some kind of um, leopard. Was it leopard? Like she had green hair, like a leopard outfit. I don't really remember her name or what the manga was called. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Yuruse. Yes. Oh, that's what it's called? Okay. No wonder why I can't remember that name. Wait, is that the name of the alien girl? Or the name of the, anime, manga? Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels. Minori's my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her, since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. The name of the... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been forever since I've actually read that manga. And speaking of Inuyasha, by the way, I'm just really glad that they finally made like a little spin-off of Yashahime. Because it's like really nice to see that Ren and Sesshomaru, like I'm really glad that actually finally became canon. And if I had to pick like a favorite character in Yashahime, it would definitely be Motoha. Like, I am a big fan of Sesshomaru in the Inuyasha series, so you would think that one of my favorite characters in Yashahime would either be Setsuna or her twin sister, Tomura. Tomura? Yeah. But I like Motoha the best. But that's mostly because I like how she has Inuyasha's attitude and how she also has both Inuyasha's powers and Kagome's at the same time. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay everyone, are you all ready with today's poems? Oh come on, could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It wouldn't take forever. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what would happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up, I return to where I put my stuff and carefully split the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Oh, I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out the poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from his spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica present handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly compile as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay guys, who should I show my poem to? You know, since I've been spending a lot of time with Natsuki... No, wait. Since Monica is a leader of the club and since she suggested, maybe I'll show my poem to Monica first. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Angel. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. I'll probably do Natsuki next. I just want to see what Monica has to say about my poem, since she seemed really eager and it was her idea to start the whole poem thing. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Angel. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. That's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Angel. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, geez. No. It kinda makes me think of something Natsuki could write. And she's a good writer, too. So, take that as a compliment. If you say so, yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sorta. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much feeling... I can't read today. But you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing things. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you. it's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Alright, give me a second, I need some water. God, how do people do this? Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Wait, so we were looking at each other? Is this how poems are really written? I thought poems had like rhymes or something, like Dr. Seuss. Shows what I know. So, what did you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that's kind of a style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can really be powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if you know how to put it. I guess you can say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing poems or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, Monica, thanks for the tip. Who should I show my poem next? Let's go with Nasuki. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Nasuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the whole point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said, well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well, it's not that great. Let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki retorts, gets caught in her throat. Oh, you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours. Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly, people can try. That's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Nani? I mean, what? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all about... I can't say that word and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Don't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem next? Let's try Yuri. She probably won't like it. Yuri stares at my poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Oh, I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Oh. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make the style very deliberate. In other words, they try to pick a writing style separate from a topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both of the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them, but building them. But getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Valuable, not valuable. And Asuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I would love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate behind the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. This is out of topic, but which do you choose between? Probably a vampire. Like, I like jack-o'-lanterns and stuff because of the whole carving. And you know, I do like cats, but I prefer vampires. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. Was it too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Angel.
Really?
I must have missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets are often expressed in their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work.
Ah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Teddy Bear.
They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbological compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think of that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
And I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you.
Alright, let's go with Sayori.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Angel!
Yeah?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer!
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Sheesh. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Oh wow. I'm guessing that based on who the characters I pick, it depends on the dialogue too. Cause I wonder what would have happened if I had picked it as Sayori before Yuri. Would I have gotten this dialogue here? Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Yeah? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an angel poem.
Huh?
And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Says much? You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy that you just wrote one. It just reminds me of how you really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Angel. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she is part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That would be my way of thanking you.
Alright. I'm going to hold you on that then.
Yay! Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub my sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish you away a rainy day? I look above, The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Oh my god. Honestly, I like this poem. I especially like the beginning of it, but I really like the whole bottom of it, like the last line. It just sounds so random. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late for school?
It's bad to skip It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah. But next time, I won't forget.
And when I'm gonna write the best poem?
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Nasuki. They gringly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Nasuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What is this language?
Eh?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Nasuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you can say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolizers or something? It's clearly about feelings of giving up. How can it be that cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I wouldn't have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Angel did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Ugh. And Angel liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Nasuki suddenly stands up. Oh shoot, what's about to happen? Oh shoot. It just went quiet. Oh no, what's gonna happen? Oh no.
Oh.
I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. Huh? No, that's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well. Oh no.
Maybe you're just jealous that Angel appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know? He didn't appreciate my advice more.
Ladies, there's plenty to go around. Sheesh.
Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would be deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grow a size bigger as soon as Angel started showing up.
Excuse me? Oh, I am so glad I finished drinking before I read that.
Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Angel? She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all confluent for no reason? The meaning should just jump out of the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Angel.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convert complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Angel?
Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... Oh god, I have to choose? Oh no. Sayori, help me! Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't help bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori!
Yeah?
Everyone's fighting. It's making Sayori uncomfortable. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this?
Angel? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's been. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why no one likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because their differences. Natsuki poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori... Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her, with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president.
So, this is why Sayori's vice president?
I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she?
You could say that.
She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Now makes the two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I would say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly. Angel, how about you?
Yeah,
I would say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So, your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination.
Angel! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Angel, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there?
Well, Just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Alright. We're on to our next poem, guys. Now, I'm curious. Should I try to get Natsuki again, or should I try to get a different person? Let's see what happens if we try to get Yuri. So, judging by each character, Yuri definitely seems like a dark, depressed, gloomy girl. Well, you know, she's also cheerful as well. Definitely shy. So, chocolate? Nope. Oh wow, talk about depressing words. Sticky there. Misery. Why did she jump when it was misery? Drops. There. Ocean. What would be a word of hers? Promise, holiday. Alright, uncanny, disarray, party, lucky, love, bunny. Misfortune? Shoot. Must. Uncontrollable? Heaven set. Unrestrained. Graveyard. Horror. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a poem that's a lot like Yuri. And judging by our last poem, since we picked a lot more words that resemble Natsuki, we're probably gonna be hanging out with Yuri this time. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Angel! Oh, yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in a club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason. Really? I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to walk, or you planned to conveniently forget you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. Wow. Well played, Sayori. Well played. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves one option.
Aww, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles.
Eh?
I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face was in the book as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Angel to let me borrow some money.
That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution.
Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much. It's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
You were right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That.
Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if I weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori.
Ah! Yeah!
Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow! What was... Eh? A cookie?
Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in ooh, I want a cookie. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution?
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Sheesh, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly claps her hand over her mouth.
Let's do that again! You're going through a lot with just one cookie.
Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Ah, yours look really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Sheesh, beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Oh, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off her.
What?
Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Oh, she did not.
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Sheesh, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh?
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room? Okay.
Where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she is? She has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swing open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Yeah? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Why me? Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You wouldn't have heard the bell ring at least? I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kinda started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I would also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Angel. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous activity. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh, so we really aren't going to spend time with Natsuki? Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks around another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, you see. That's a book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread it, some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped by at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. Oh, I see what's going on here. She obviously bought that book. Not because... You know how some people will think that they don't have that one volume of the book? So they buy it, only to find out that when they get home they do have it? This was not the case for Yuri. She actually bought the exact same book because she wanted to give it to us. And that's the whole reason why. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts picking up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book title is Portrait of Mokbo. Here's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give you anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Angel? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and occultist on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look in life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, their own philosophy, and they believe in. And suddenly, when you thought you relate to that protagonist, whatever it's called, they were made out to be a naive one for letting one-sided mortals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then.
A freaky side? What do you mean by a freaky side?
But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing through my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please, stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry.
That just means you're passionate about reading. At least I can do is listen. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start reading the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting.
Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking in her own book. I glance over. It's like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slid my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little, our shoulders almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess this makes it kinda difficult to turn the page. Here. Ah, that's cool. I really like how they changed it, like the little scenery there. Oh, excuse me. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefingers. Ah. Oh, oops, what'd I do? I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, did you guys notice that? Her eyes move to the corner like she's looking at us. Eh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. Aw, she smiled too, that's so cute. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own violation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an imitative exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerism. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Angel, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Oh, wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't really know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I'm more meant that it's kinda cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri expels, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Ah, it's fine. Yuri releases her thumb from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make it a mental note of where I left off in the book, and I slid it back into my bag. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, I will be right back. Alright everyone, I have laid time. Let's get back to where we left off. Alright, so... You know, out of all of this, we haven't talked to Natsuki. Like, she was pretty much left out. So, I feel bad that we didn't talk to her, like, at all. So, let's see what she has to say. I liked your last one better. Eh? Really? Well, yeah. I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that yet. I feel flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Gary's head over heels with all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Huh. Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Alright. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she's saying a chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. No, what? Okay, is this a poem or out of her diary entry? It's just kinda weird. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt you have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of a poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter, it's about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what others like? As long as they're not hurting anyone, it makes them happy. I think people really need to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like feeling emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Alright, who should I show my poem next? Let's go with Yuri next. Let's see what you're written for today. Yuri stares at my poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Angel, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques for practicing. Maybe that's why you did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it a more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows, and her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway,
Do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by a scuttling of a raccoon outside my window. Oh, excuse me. That was, I believe, the first time. I noticed my strange tendency as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The inciting beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon incriminates its face and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. That very same light that glisters in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft, and the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, and the raccoon shows me its excitement, a rush of blood, classic Perfolian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Wow. I gotta say though, I really do like Gary's handwriting. It's very pretty. Why do I get the feeling that this poem kind of resembles her as the raccoon? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right, it's a bit closer to my preference writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express my fit imagination, and converting emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it as a face value, then I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that's different people can relate to. In their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. And those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Nasuki also write something about that? About someone being reclaimed for a strange interest? Eh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into, as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean... Does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's
That's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Ah, please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay, well thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I haven't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Alright guys, I actually just noticed the time and... should I do another 30 minutes or... Actually, you know what? We can go on to 8 maybe? Nah, actually, I think I'm just gonna... Let's see. Loving you keeps me more than nothing. Having you makes me feel more gifted. Your love is... Aww. Oh wow, teddy bear? Aww. You're so sweet. Alright everybody, I'm gonna end the live stream here. I didn't realize I passed the time, 30 minutes late. So yeah, I'm gonna end the live stream here. There's gonna be no live streaming this weekend. I'll restart the live streaming on Monday, and I'll let you guys know what I plan to play next week. I'll probably have the next schedule out. Nothing. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But yeah, either Saturday or Sunday, I'll have the new schedule for next week's live stream up and loaded. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out my other social media pages and my other YouTube channels. Have a good night, stay safe, and I'll see everybody in my next video. Bye!